Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Paul N Palz Podcast is brought to you by staying positive and never giving up.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paul N Palz Podcast. Thank you. Big shout out to Clayton. Shout out to the ATL for giving us that awesome intro. You can catch that man on TikTok at ClayB_3 and on IG at ClayB_3 also. Just TikTok has the @ so Clayton, salute to you. Thank you, man. That man's like an unofficial member of the crew, man, and he is much appreciated. With me, woo! Feeling good with this guest. One of many to come down. Can't wait to keep this ball rolling. Have to get the intro going. I have to get the intro. Got to properly introduce this man. He is the host of the podcast, The Purple Tea Lounge. We're going to get into that in a minute. He is a musical artist. He is an artist with the pen. He can get down with that too. So many things that we're just going to lump it into. He's an entrepreneur. Ladies and gentlemen, give a big shout to my man, xBevin. What's going on, sir?
It's good, G. Thanks for having me, bro.
This is long overdue, my friend.
Yes, most definitely is, bro.
I'm super happy to have you on.
Likewise.
You, my friend, are jumping into the podcast. Wait, before we even get into that, I'm going to take out my little drinky drink. I've turned into a square, but the last couple podcasts, I've had reasons to drink, give a little shot. So,
yeah,
shout out to you.
I got my water, so, you know.
We get there. It's all good. I caught you by surprise.
Label off.
Yeah, I've had to hide labels too. Like,
ain't nobody, but still, I got to.
You gotta play by the rules. Gotta play by the rules. So with that said, sir, salute to you. Thank you for joining me.
Likewise, King. Word.
And the utmost success and prosperity in the podcast and all the other ventures, man.
I appreciate you, King.
Appreciate you back, King. So with that said, give a little intro to yourself. Anything that I missed, it was a very small intro, so give an intro to yourself, and please explain what the Purple Tea Lounge is all about. The floor is yours.
Word. Well, for those who don't know, most of you, got a bunch of things going on, man. Dipping, dabbing, and everything. I just started a podcast, the Purple Tea Lounge, with a few good friends of mine, Trey and Terrell, brothers since high school. So I've been trying to do the podcast thing for a minute, man. It just when there's a lot of people involved, you just got to make sure shit is organized. But,
my boy Gray says it perfectly, because I told him, you know, he recommended a book for me, and it took a while for me to. I'm still like chopping away at it. I'm just not a good open the book and read through the pages. Like, it's just not me, but I'm grinding through it. And he told me, you know, it happens when it's like everything that's happened is the time it's supposed to happen on. So, you know, just take it as that. Everything that happens when it's supposed to. So
that's definitely the truth, bro. I agree 100% with that. There's people that, you know, you're dealing with that may not, you know, should not be there, you know.
And you know what? We're gonna get into that too, because that kind of, you're gonna segue into something before we're gonna segue into it. But before we get into that, a little bit about what the podcast is about.
Purple Tea Lounge. Basically, man, it's just a bunch of guys that look like us trying something new out. Like in the podcast, we're gonna be like showing people like different types of yoga and meditation and shit like that, but more towards like the end of the show. It's not like that. Like the whole show is not surrounded by meditation and yoga and stuff and spiritual stuff, but we try to put that in like towards the end of it. But basically, it's a safe haven for people like us to come and vent, you know, talk about some bullshit, and get some things off our chest. You know, talk about business and, you know,
Lord knows I may have to hop in from time to time because Lord knows I need to vent.
We definitely need you on the episode, bro. You know, you more than welcome to come.
And by all means, man, you know you have the open invitation anytime you want. This venue is just as much yours as it is mine, man. Open door policy to you always.
Likewise.
It's funny though, man, because you know you're going into the meditation, everything just kind of goes in with each other. I've been meditating a lot lately, like trying to get back into it.
Nice.
You know, I've been hitting the gym up, trying to get the physical right. That's going along pretty well. Starting to make that a habit. So it takes about 28 days of doing something straight to make it a habit. So we're getting close to that. But the meditation thing, you have to get the mind right. Like people think, you know, you just hit these weights and you're good, but you know, with more and more attention being paid to mental health, that mental part of it is so huge.
Yeah, definitely. Mentality, your mentality got to be straight before you hop into anything, man. And meditation helps. Like meditation itself, your mind got to be right. But once you start meditating, just be consistent with it. For people that don't meditate, like try that shit and just, you know what I'm saying, be consistent because it'll quiet down soon.
It's like going to the gym. You know that the brain is the muscle. You have to keep on training that. And you know, it starting off, you know, when I first started to try to meditate, it was like the New York Stock Exchange in my head. I could not focus for a damn thing. But the more you do it, the more you quiet everything up. Like I'm nowhere near where I need to be. I'm still a novice at it.
Either show, bro. Me neither. And I've been doing it for on and off for about 2-3 years.
Nice. I'm way newer than that, man. I'm trying to work out my little mental kinks too. But
that right there tells you 2-3 years, and I'm still not even close.
It takes a while. It's training. It's all training. You know, if you stop and chill out for months at a time, you have to. Like a muscle, you lose the muscle. You know, you got to work it back. So I'm trying to make that a habit too. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait to hear the podcast because it sounds awesome automatically.
Me too, man. Me too, likewise, bro.
So salute to you. Much success to you.
Thank you, King.
Nah, shit, man. Thank you, King. You've always been an inspiration to me. And I've never been one to not say that. And everything you've done, I could definitely say, you know, you've never been a person to not say you're going to do something and not do it. So, you know, you've always been a focused individual, always been driven, been through things in his life. And I'm pretty sure you'll have moments that you'll be hopping on that in your podcast. I'm not trying to steal your thunder, not trying to take ammo away from you and in the episode. So I'll let you get to that when your episodes go on. But I know a little bit of the things that you've been going on in life, and to be able to just keep on keeping on, you know, says a lot about you as an individual and your character. So, you know,
thank you.
You're that's what I'm saying. You're inspiration to me. So, from one king to another, salute,
bro.
You know, let's get it on, man. So,
bro.
You live in Florida.
Yeah, just recently moved here about 2 years ago.
I recently went down there for a friend's wedding, and for the life of me, I literally had one day to go to the wedding and then bring my ass right back to PA because bullshit never stops. So
facts. Look like you enjoyed yourself too. You was sharp out there, bro.
It was I was sharp,
fresh.
But I was sweating. That heat, that Florida heat, man. Are you used to it already?
I think I am, bro. I don't be tripping, bro. It's the cold, Dad. I don't know how you deal with that. Once that winter hit, bro.
Yeah, but you were used to that. Now that you went down,
I was not used to that. That's why I left. I had to get the fuck out of there.
Fair enough. I can't. That heat is it's a different type of heat. It is like, you know, the temperature's flamethrower today. Like that's, you know, it's a different level. And I would.
You came out here at the worst time too.
Summertime Florida. It's some other shit. I will say that.
Because right now, for the past 3 weeks, bro, it's been raining.
Same here.
I'm in Port St. Lucie, by the way. And, bro, It's been raining for the past. Same there?
Yeah. We've had literally like the last 3 weeks, we've had like one day. Today didn't rain. And like one day, 2 weeks ago, it didn't rain. I think like the tropical storms and all that, it's having an effect through the coast and hitting PA and like the whole east side of things. So we've been dealing with it too.
Yeah, man.
But
It's been lovely though.
Dude,
I've been enjoying it.
God bless you, man, because I don't do the AC while I'm here. I don't do AC. Get a couple fans going, I'm straight.
Right.
Over there, anything that had a button, I'm spitting out air. I was like, yo, please. I was just walking up to strangers like, yo, blow on me real quick for a second. I'm about to pass out.
Yeah. I'm walking down the street telling everybody to blow me. It's hot.
So I digress. So during that trip down there, I was talking to Will and Len a couple podcasts ago, and I didn't get into what I wanted to get into because the conversations went to whatever. But we were talking about reflecting versus dwelling. It's never a bad thing to reflect. Take the time to reflect, see where you went wrong, see where you went right. It's always a time to game plan, figure it out, and keep moving forward. It's when you dwell on things, that's when the problems happen. If you're dwelling on the negative, you're stuck in a bad place. If you're dwelling on the positive, you're stuck in a good memory, and you just, even then you just kind of get comfortable in that zone and you want to move forward. So I'm not a fan of dwelling. I'm a fan of reflecting. I say all that to say this. I was reflecting. It wasn't dwelling, but I was reflecting on where I'm at in life. As a 40-plus-year-old man, everybody tells me, because I'm a late bloomer to a lot of things. I'll be the first to admit it. No shame in my game, dog. I'll admit whatever. I'm a late bloomer in life. Just this game took a while for me to figure out. And it drives me up the wall. So when I hear it's better late than never, it's better late than never, I 100% agree with that. If you're starting late, at least you're starting. I get it. It's awesome. The being a better late than never person myself, I fucking hate it. And don't get me wrong. Yeah, I got started, so that's awesome. So my message to anybody younger, stop bullshitting. If you're not getting what you're getting done, it's because you're bullshitting. You can make whatever excuse you want to make. At the end of the day, you're bullshitting because you have things to do. And I tell my little nephew, who's 18 now, enjoy being 18 because you're never going to have this time back. But you need to start game planning before you end up in my position of figuring it out way later than you should. So, what do you think about that?
There's so many ways you can go about that. Because to a motherfucker that just don't got it, some people just don't got it. You know what I mean? Like that old saying, I could lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink it. Same thing. Like I don't I struggle with procrastination, bro. Like, as much as niggas may not know, but I procrastinate a lot. I could be getting so much more done. And I feel the same way you feel, bro. Like, dwelling that space is never safe. It because it becomes a cycle. I think with anything you do over and over again, you get used to and content with it. So you can start something and keep quitting, become a snowball effect, bro. Yeah, you don't want that to turn into a habit. Because I did that for years. Came to people with so many ideas and didn't follow through with them. I mean, just having doubts and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's easy to do that.
It's good habits are there too, but we let the self-doubt, we let the voice in our head that we shouldn't be a person that fucks ourselves.
Silencio Bruno. I don't know if I got like 700 kids. My kids watch this new movie called Luca.
Okay.
That's the voice in his head is called Bruno.
Okay.
And he tells the little kid, he says, Silencio Bruno. So whatever's in your head, don't matter what his name is. He's like, why is his name Bruno? Like, fuck what his name is, little nigga Silencio, that motherfucker up. Tell that motherfucker to be quiet.
It's such a powerful message, though.
Facts. Mm-hmm.
Even like a little kid thing. Like, that's such a powerful message because we're not meant to fuck ourselves, but yet we keep dwelling. There's that word again. We keep dwelling on the negative voice, that voice that tells us, nah, it's too hard. Nah, don't do it. Nah, this is your safe spot over here. Nah, you can do that another day. This thing that you earned this day off.
Mm-hmm. And let's not get that mixed with resetting, though.
Not at all. Go ahead, dwell on that. Go ahead, bring that. Go ahead.
Because I'm somebody that likes to reset at least every 60 days, 60 to 90 days. I got to reset. Like, I got to go back to the drawing board and see what we could do. You know what I'm saying? See what we can do better. See what we need to change. See what we shouldn't have been doing. You know what I mean?
That goes on. That goes on reflection versus dwelling.
Right.
Every X amount of days, I need to reflect and figure this shit out and come up with a new strategy, new game plan, or maybe I'm just doing things correct and I'm just right on the right path. But when that voice hits you and you dwell on that voice and you let that voice control you, and that's part of that whole late bloomer thing. I let severe depression, I let bad thoughts, negative things. I can't do it. I'm this hunk of shit. Life's not going to get better. And you dwell on those things. And, you know, we go into the whole secret shit. Like, we go into the, you know, everything begets everything else. So good will beget good. If you have this, woe is me, I can't get anything right or accomplish, guess what's going to come? So, Silencio, Bruno. I like that. I'm going to use that now.
I use that shit all the time, bro.
I like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, to the people that still have time on their side, and at my age, I'm not old. I'm not an old guy like that. So I do have the time.
Not old at all.
I wish, you know, it goes back to those, I wish I would have known then what I know now. But the fact is, it's not there. Like, you can wish all you want. It's not what life is. The reality is, I'm my age, getting where I should be now. So you take that, okay, it is what it is. I start from here. And then you make the best of that. Right. You know, you take the wisdom that came with all the bullshit. You know, you learn to embrace all the bullshit, all the negative things. Like, you never conquer it. You never conquer it, bro. You just... Right. You just come to an understanding. The best way I could describe it, I was talking to a good friend, a brother of mine, and, you know, we would just happen to meet a conversation. And I was like, yo, dog, you never conquer it. The only difference is those demons, those negative thoughts, that devil on my shoulder, I was on the back seat, and they would just had the wheel, and they were just taking me wherever I had to go, wherever they wanted me to go. Now, they're still in the car. But I'm in the driver's seat now. So my bullshit aside, to the people that are procrastinating, and I get it, procrastination happens. You're just human. That shit will just happen. But get your things in order now. You have an obligation to yourself, because if not, you're going to look back and be like, either, holy shit, I need to get started now. Now you're way behind the 8-ball. But there are some people that go their whole life and they never figure it out. That one scares me more than the position I'm in now. Now I got climbing to do. You know, I start the race late, but I'm in the race. And I could just run my race. It's the other thing. Don't compare yourself to anybody else.
Not even right. Don't compare yourself, because what's that 80-year-old artist that started late?
You got me on that. Not sure.
Yeah, it's some lady. I forgot. I was reading on it. I think it was yesterday. It could have been today. Forgot her name though. 80-year-old. They was talking about procrastination. 80-year-old lady started painting. And
shit, you know what? I think I did see that story.
Just that 80.
God bless her for getting it done. What bugs me out is the 79 years before that. And I get it. 80, God bless you. You're doing it. I salute her. Like, get yours, mama. Go ahead. But don't be 80. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not there. Like, I'm good. I feel great. My mentality's right. My body's feeling fit. I feel good. Actually, I feel better right now at my age now than I have in a long ass time.
Nice.
But don't be. If I had a choice, I wouldn't be that because I would have handled my shit earlier. So the people that's listening, get it done now. Pay now, play later.
That's a fact.
And you know, people don't realize, this shit goes in a blink. This thing called life goes by quick. You know, 18, you think you're 18 forever. You blink, you're 25. You blink again, you're 35. And then you're like, holy shit, I need to get some things together. If you're in a position to get it together, come up with that strategy and get your game plan and move forward. Move forward. Enjoy life at your age because it's a great age to be at for the young generation. And you enjoy every moment of it. But while you're enjoying it, take moments out to put yourself in a position that you don't have to be busting your hump at an older age. You don't have to realize at a certain time, like, holy shit, I need to get my shit together. If you take those moments and game plan and strategize it out, you know, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. And then when you get to the later stages in life, you're set, you're chilling. But, you know, the young people, they don't see that far down the line. And I get it, because at that age, when I was younger, I never saw that down the line.
We just planning for what we doing Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we want to know.
That's it. And, you know, just take it from two OGs. You're not old though. You're not old. You're
not old either, nigga.
I don't think I am, man. Again, like how I feel, and you know, age wise, I'm not gonna say I'm long in the tooth. I don't even consider myself old, but I'm experienced. We'll say that. A lot of experience.
Me personally, I don't think old is till 60s, bro. That's when you can consider yourself old.
I agree, but I'm closer on the 60s side than I'm closer on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not old. I don't consider myself old. I don't feel old. I feel like a little sprightly young man doing, you know, I feel good. But in the scheme of things, if I had known then what I know now, I'd be in a way different position. So my message is so we say all of that to say this, you know, if you're in a position and you're younger, get it now. You'll be so much better off in the future.
The greatest time to be alive too.
Damn sure is. Damn sure is.
That shit now, man.
It's a balance between enjoying the time that you have now with the age that you are now. And again, this is the younger generation, you know, it's a balance, but it's one of those things that if you figure out that balance, you will be way better off down the line. So my only little message on that one.
It's Fendi, bro. I agree 100%. And so people know, like, I'm in my 30s. I'm not that young either, but I'm not in my 40s.
You a pup, brother. You a pup. And again, I'm 40, man. I don't feel bad. I don't feel any type of, I feel great. Again, like I feel I'm in the best position.
Good, bro. You look good too, bro.
I got that young man look.
You got the baldy shining. You know
what I
mean? So
when I cut
dried up.
When I when I cut this beard, I'll be looking even younger. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it though.
Got that horse hair back there. That shit wavy and all that. You sleeping with a wave cat, bro?
I go to sleep with one. Put it upside down. Just tie it on my head.
Get you a wave cat, bro, for your bed.
So going into the next part, because it kind of segues into the next thing. You put me on to an IG post by Sleep is for Suckers. That's the IG page. The podcast you could find this gentleman at is called the Social Proof Podcast. In it, you sent me the post, and it hit like it was a real ass post. The host of the podcast, and the title of the IG post was "You're Cannibalizing Your Own Circle." And I think you might have something to say about this one. I know I do too. So he talked about a brief story of his boy was doing a course on, pretty much just kicking the game, knowledge, money, shit like that. And he invited his team. He asked his team, like, yo, can you give a little module, a little segment on this course and spit some game out to the people that I'm trying to do this course on. His team all agreed, I got you. So they all took turns and they all did their part of the course and they all had their little segments. So the guy whose ultimate goal, who set it up, was to sell the course to whoever he was going to sell it to. And he sold it to him. And when he sold it, his team, everybody on his team that helped out to make this course happen, didn't ask for a dime. Didn't want it, didn't need it.
Started from the bottom.
Wasn't even a subject. And his whole moral to the story, and he had a quote that I'm going to say, it was, the goal in the circle is to help another person succeed. And it's one of the realest things. It's one of the simplest things, but you get to see the characteristics of the people in your circle. And are they really your true team, your true fam? Because there's people on a team that's going to go, all right, well, what am I getting out of it? And it's like, what you're getting out of is you're helping your team.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. If I'm doing something for somebody else.
A lot of people don't think like that.
Unfortunately. But you should and you shouldn't. You should think like that if you're helping your team out. Bevin, in quite a few things you've done, you've asked for my assistance. At no point was charging you even a thought in my head. It was, my boy needs me. We are team.
Right.
Your success is my happiness. That's it. That's the payment. It's the payoff. What you do, if it affects you in a positive way, I am positively affected by it. Because I had something to do. That's the payoff for me. I had something to do with this man getting off and getting it. I would even feel right. I don't even know how I would bring that shit. Like, all right, yo, I got you, man. So this artwork is going to be this much. And okay, I got you. I charge like $50 an hour. So how many hours can I put you down for? It's so unrighteous that it blows my mind that quote unquote so-called teams exist like that. It goes to what he was saying. You're cannibalizing your own team. That's not what this is about. If your team, your quote unquote team, is telling you, all right, I could do this, but what's in it for me? Either you're on the wrong team or they're on the wrong team. Either way, one of y'all gotta go. I don't. It blows my mind. I don't understand it. Like, I know you've had dealings with shit, good or bad. So what do you think about that, man?
My thing is, bro, I get popping and Paul needs a dishwasher at his new restaurant that he built. I'm coming to wash dishes, bro. That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I understand business is business too, though. Like, I understand that. But when you talking about you a team, bro. That's the only way the machine works.
I like that.
There's no other way, man. I've tried multiple times doing stuff by myself. It's impossible.
And you know Liani. She's
I love
trying.
Liani.
Love Liani. Shout out to Liani, man.
Shout out to her.
She's trying to get something going now. And
Really?
yeah. She's trying to do her own thing. She got something plotting. And she's in the beginning process, trying to figure it all out. Young, starting it young, so good for her. She's doing it.
Facts.
And we're team. We're all team. So I'm like, yo, listen.
Let Liani know whatever she needs from me that I can help, lay a hand, I gotta.
So I told her that. And I told her, I'm like, yo, what do you need for the cause? I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I already got some dough because she told me about it before. I'm like, I got some dough saved up for you. What do you need? Put some on the side. She even asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, kind of feeling iffy about it. You know, I know I said I could use your help there, but this is my thing. I'm trying to get it done. What she fails to realize is it is rare that somebody gets it done solely on themselves. Whether you're a dude that has your wife just giving you mental, moral support, whether somebody that's like, yo, here's a couple bucks, where somebody's like, yo, I have this storage area that you could use this, like 100% somewhere down that line, somebody's helping out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to tell her that, like, you know, take advantage of the team that's trying to help you, because I'm on your team.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, I will never hold anything over your head. I will never ask for anything. I won't even ask for anything back, because that's what this is.
Right.
My joy is your success. That's the payment. And I get what she's saying, you know, but I like don't
with jumping off the stoop and, you know, trying to get a ball rolling. Ain't no wrong with
that. People get stuck in their pride. People get stuck in this thing that I have to get it done. Like, it's solely on me to get it done. And my thing was this, you know, even if I help you get started, ain't shit popping off without you doing it. So it is solely on you. At the end of the day, it will solely be on you. I'm just helping to kickstart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just there with the cables.
And that's exactly what happened when we started 68 Seconds. Like, the album, bro, I had that same mentality. I don't give a fuck who's doing what with me. I got to do this. I have to do, and believe it or not, bro, me still being open to anything is when people started pouring in. You came out of nowhere. It was like, bro, I could do this. I don't give a fuck what time it is, motherfucker. We doing this.
What do you need? Shit, man, I gotta be at work for
we got that done. Like,
yeah. So even when we were helping each other out, while I was helping you out with the album, you know, we were there late night grinding, burning that midnight oil. By the time I left, I was like, shit, I gotta be at work in like 4 hours. But that's what it is. And the fact is, I can help. And it goes back to what you were saying. You can lead a horse to water. You can't make it drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, in the case of Liani, like, I can help you out. Man, I can get you to the starting point. But once that gun goes off and the race is on, it's on you. The world can help you get to the starting point. Everybody can pick you up and bring you there. But once you're there, it's on you.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I said, you know, whenever you do need me, I got you. You just let me know. But know that don't let pride get in your way of, you know, nobody gets it done 100% on their own. They're either that 1% case, or they're just lying, or they're not recognizing the people that help them. Everybody needs somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Even the most I'm by myself person needs a hand somewhere along the way. So, you know, so if you are a true team, and like you said, there's business, but yeah, like you were doing business, but for the team, there's not a want. You don't, you know, what do you need? And I got you. That's how it should be. And you have these fake people that are out for what they can get out of the deal, which ends up, it fucks the team up, because when it's not a real team, then you end up really by yourself.
Yeah.
So for the people that have somebody, or many people, for the people that have a team and that team is official, you keep your team, you treat each other righteously, because it's not a rare thing, but it's a thing that, is hit or miss. And if you hit and you have that team, you keep that team. If the quote unquote team is helping you, but they want something in return, you need to reevaluate the team you're in. If it's one person out the team that's acting like that, all right, you're in a good team, just that one person has to get cut from the team. If you're in a team and they're all acting like that, then you're on the wrong team.
I don't think they should necessarily be cut from the team, but you just know where you and that person, where that line is at with that person.
Well, cut from the team and cut from your life are two different things. If I have genuine love for somebody, but team-wise, on the business end of it, they're not playing by team rules. You could still be in my life. We could still let's go have a drink. Let's go whatever. But team-wise, yeah, you're cut from the team. I'll see you at dinner later. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between cutting somebody off from the team. Like if it's affecting your business, because it is business. Because that's the other thing. Once business starts, it has to be ran like a business. When you mix that personal shit with business, that's why they say friends and business don't mix. Don't do business with your friends. Don't do business with your family. Because it's a hard thing to separate love from the business side of it. If you can't do it, you're going to have problems. If you and your peoples can separate the business side from the family side, we are family 99% of the time. It is 100% love. When we are in business, okay, it's suit and tie time, because we now have to follow a new set of rules. And a lot of people don't abide by that. And I get it. It's hard. Like I've had dealings with friends and family that I love. Most worked out because we were able to separate it. Some didn't, because we're having problems with the separating the business side of it, or feelings get hurt, and it becomes a whole other thing. So, yeah, we could be team, we could be fam, it could all be love. If the business side is not being followed, that's a problem, and it has to be addressed.
Yeah, it has to be a structure.
Has to be a structure. That's why I've never been in the military, but I try to keep a military mind with certain things, because that structure is like a rule. It's like a playbook, and it's a righteous playbook. If you don't follow it correctly, you veer off track, and you have to be able to follow these ABCs 1, 2, 3s in order to get where you have to go. If you deviate from that, then you're just rolling the dice. Like me and you, we've done business, but I have the utmost love for you. But we are able to separate when it's time to get serious.
Yeah.
We get serious. And we are very able to separate the love from the business side of it, because there is no love in business. There are rules.
Yeah.
And part of those rules is, all right, there's no love. It's no hate. It's not even a dislike. It's nothing. But that certain part has to be put on the shelf, because that certain part is not meant for business.
Yeah.
And,
it'll never work that way.
It'll never work. No. It will never work. Seen it. Experienced it. That's what I'm saying. Like me and you, we're able to have that separation, still all love, but when it comes down to the business, like,
gotta be at it.
You'll be quick to say, like, yo, bro, I don't need any excuses. I need this, and this done.
And likewise.
Yeah. And I can't bullshit with it. It's either a yay or nay. I can or I can't. Can't let the feelings get into it because that's not what this is about. So
people can't separate the two, bro.
If you can't separate the two, you shouldn't be in business with them.
Yeah.
Be in love with them. Love is love. Always. Fam is love. Like good friends, it's all love. If you can't separate it when it comes down to business, you should not be in business with that person. Because if you are and you can't, it's gonna you'll understand it later on what it means. So just a life lesson there.
And with us, I think like because we know what works and what doesn't. So like we'll try some shit, and if it don't work, we gonna separate. If it do, we'll do it. But that's what I love so much about like people that like it just me and you, bro. People don't have that type of that shit is rare, bro. And people, we could talk about family all day, but when you find somebody that gets you, like really gets you, like every angle, bro, like that's hard to find. And I've dealt with people and I've challenged that, like being like real people I've grew up with since a toddler, bro, and doesn't matter. That it'll never matter.
You have to understand how people think, and a big part of that is you have to be able to take critique. Like that's a lot of shit. Like nowadays,
supreme understanding. You gotta have understanding too.
Definitely, understanding is a huge part of it. Like if you don't have empathy and you can't understand what the next person is trying to think or do, you can't even be in their shoes. That's a problem. If you can't take criticism, can't take I don't like this, here's why. I'm not saying be disrespectful, but you can disagree with somebody. You can say, I don't like how you did that. And the other person, and especially if it's love, should be able to take that and go, all right, because it comes from a righteous place. But a lot of people get so hurt in the things because they don't agree with it. Then it just becomes, well, we're not on the same team, or we don't see eye to eye, so now there's a problem. It's like, nah, I'm just trying to critique, bro. Like, if you can't take a little criticism, you're not allowed to grow then. If you can't do that, then what are we doing? A lot of things get lost in that shuffle in that team, man. So if you do have a good team, stick to it. If you don't, and the smell test and the eye test isn't adding up, do what you have to do, because you're gonna feel it later. Feel it now, feel it later. But if it's on the team and you're in that team, it's best for you. You have to do what's best for you. So, yeah. But let's move on to something a little bit more mellow. We're gonna pump the brakes a little bit on all the serious talk for a minute. Sir, you are like me. You are a rap fan. The last Verzuz I saw, and it was the only one I wanted to see. And it just so happens I talked about it, and a week later they announced it was the Method Man Redman Verzuz, which is more of like a fucking concert than a Verzuz.
Yeah, facts, bro.
This shit that's coming up is like a wrestling match. So the next Verzuz is gonna be the LOX versus Dipset. I'm gonna ask you who you think is gonna take it. We're gonna get into it. But first, I want to show off this Yonkers shirt that I have, because home team, LOX, bang, double R Rough Riders.
Yeah,
I have them winning it by a landslide. I don't even want to say that's home team bias right there, but if we're talking lyrics, if we're talking that gritty rhyme, we're just talking about rhyming.
Hip hop.
It's the LOX, hands down. If we talk about who can rock a pink fur better, all right, Dipset will take that. We want to talk about who dresses flyer. All right, we'll give that one to Dipset. But we're talking that lyrics, we're talking bars, we're talking hip hop. I got the LOX.
Yeah, I got the LOX too, bro. I got the LOX when it comes down to all that. Styles P is definitely on my top 5, bro. The shit that he been dropping lately is bananas. And I know. Go ahead.
His mixtape catalog,
retarded.
Holy shit, that man doesn't stop.
Styles P is a monster. But I must say this: when it comes down to culture and what it meant going into high school for me, when Dipset came out, bro.
So I'll say this.
My God.
During the era that they came out in, the Dipset era was an era. It was a movement. Not gonna lie. I have to give it to him. Like, there's no... I'm not even a big Dipset fan in general, but I give it to them. They had the belts in that era that they were in, and they were when they had it, they had it. My thing was this: was it Dipset or was it the producers? Because the beats they had were just fucking fire. I remember more of the beats than, and again, like, we talking lyrics, you know. My Uber's Ubering, my computer's puting, my shooter's shooting, my looter's looting.
So his flow is retarded, man.
If you want to go, all right, one-on-one, it's Cam, and then that's pretty much it. Jim Jones is cool. Jewels is cool.
You said what? Say that again.
It's Cam,
and that's it.
Cam is Batman, and there's a bunch of little
you're
little Robins after that.
Nah,
you consider bugging. Jim Jones a lyricist like that?
Yes, bro, yes.
Compared to who?
You can't compare. All right, if you want to compare Jim Jones with somebody, damn.
In your top, where is he ranked? In your top 100, where's Jim Jones?
Lyricist?
Yeah.
He's in like the 40s, 50s.
Okay. Joel Santana, top 100, where you putting him?
He's the only one that was able to successfully do a mixtape with Lil Wayne, bro.
That's fine. I get that. But if you want to go that route, the LOX have done joints with Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, Woo. If you want to go there,
I'm just culture thing for me. I would have to say, bro, because
I get that. Go ahead. I get it. Go ahead.
Jones goes off, bro. Santana goes off too, bro.
They've had their moments.
Jim Jones still going off today. He has all this nigga does is features.
Fair enough. I haven't heard him in a feature lately. That's just me. I just haven't heard him in a feature.
Maybe not what they call it, the mainstream shit. Yeah, not on there, but Jones is going off.
Fair. But if you say that, then you have to go. So we go back to the top 100. Where do you see them? So if you put
they way ahead of them when it comes to lyrics, I'm gonna say.
That's what I'm saying. Sure. So in my top 100, to me, Styles may possibly be in my top 10.
Yeah.
Agreed. Kiss is in my top 10. Kiss.
There's so many I can put ahead of Kiss. Lyrically.
I could put people ahead
Kiss is nice as fuck though, but
I still remember that.
For me, my opinion, I can't put him in my top 10, I don't think.
Is he in your top 20?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
That's fair. All the
Nobody
MCs
in
ever
Dipset
lived
is in my top 20. Nobody in Dipset is in my top 30.
So that's kind of my point.
Yeah.
That's kind of my point. I give the utmost respect to Dipset. Like I said, when they had it, they had it. The Dipset movement was just that. It was a movement. Because when they had it, it was all Dipset all the time. Like, I am the first to admit that. But if we're going who's in your top, like if all three of them aren't cracking your top three, and to me, like Styles is top 10, to you, Kiss is top 20, you know,
Sure.
and I'll say this.
Without a doubt.
And I'll say this, once the Dipset movement was over, Dipset was done. The LOX are still relevant. They've been added since the 90s. And the LOX are still the LOX. I take those things into account. And plus, I'm from Yonkers. So I take those things into account. I can't see this going anywhere other than.
But you know, Verzuz is it's about the culture. It's not even about who's you know, the best lyricist. So it's not even really a Verzuz thing. It's you know, them giving each other their flowers type thing. And I think when it comes to who's gonna shut it down, you know what I'm saying, for the culture that night, and who's gonna win that part of shutting this shit down for the culture, I'm gonna have to say Dipset.
Again, that era when they had it, they had it. I have to admit that. When it comes to hits, I guess we're gonna say, who's on Hot 97 more, like who's on the radio more. When Dipset had it, they were all over the place. Whether it's that Joel Whistle song, whether it was that Cam shit with the opera shit in the background, like they had it on Smash when they had it. Once the LOX kind of left Bad Boy, they weren't really known in the radio shit like that. So if they're gonna go with like radio hits and all that,
that's because they hip hop, bro. I put people into the category of hip hop and being rappers, bro. That's me. Like because there's a lot of motherfuckers I listen to that people don't know. Like a lot of people like don't know. I put you onto multiple artists.
You did.
You know what I mean? So there's rap and there's hip hop, bro. I gotta separate the two.
I understand that. I think either category, I still have the LOX up.
Yeah, I agree.
Rap or hip hop. Again, if you want to go into the subdivisions of hip hop, which is like radio play, quote unquote commercial hits, like things like that, you definitely can make the argument for Dipset. I will definitely say that. Like, again, this is not me shitting on Dipset, because they have. I just said it like 3-4 times. Like when they had it on Smash. Me personally, I give a lot of their credit to their producers, because the tracks that they were coming out with.
I forgot the name of the producer again.
I know Dame Grease was one of them.
Say names. I forgot.
I definitely know Dame Grease was one of them, and he was putting out, holy shit, like Dame Grease tracks were YouTube Dame Grease tracks, and you'll be like, holy shit. And I know Cam had that one track with Kanye West beat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can't hate on any of them. I will say this though, they had it on Smash so much. To me, Dipset got a little lazy with the pen, just because they could pretty much fart on a radio song and this shit would be a banger. So, you know, I see both ways. I just see it going the LOX way, and as a fan, I just see the LOX just taking it. So,
nah, I disagree when it comes to that. That's the only thing I disagree with. When it comes to the Verzuz, Verzuz Dipset, I feel like got it. But when it comes to the, you know what I'm saying, like hip hop, the LOX, hands down.
What's the over-under on a full-on brawl happening on stage?
Nah, that'll never happen, bro. Imagine though, that'll be crazy.
Oh, the last Verzuz ever.
They got too much love for each other, but
and they definitely admit that. I like Styles. He had a thing he was saying. He was like, I love them dudes. On August 3rd, He goes, no love. He goes, August 4th, it's back to love. That is interesting. I'm be honest with you. I want to see it. It's an interesting Verzuz. I definitely am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm in there. Sure.
I thought I was gonna be like, all right, I'm done with Verzuz after the Meth and Red. Because that was the highlight. That's all I ever wanted to see on Verzuz was just Method Man and Redman going back and forth. Because they're just two legends to me. Like to me, it's like doesn't get much higher. Like when we say top 10, Meth is on my top 10.
Yep.
And I put Redman like my top 15. Just because there's so many other rappers that you could just like to me, there's just so many other people that are just.
I can't put him on my top 15.
Who
I can't even put him. Yeah, he's not even top 50, bro. I don't
really. Reggie Noble, not in the top 50.
Yeah, nah. There's so many people I could put ahead of Redman.
Been around.
I don't like his. I fuck with. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with Redman.
I got you.
His style is just not for me.
Fair enough. I mean. Personal taste has a lot to say. It has a lot to do with things. At the end of the day, I cannot like. I think fucking Tech 9 is holy shit incredible. A lot of people aren't feeling him like that. That's just what it is. Oh, Cameo. Is that the co-host?
Co-host, Young Ra. Come in, Papa. I'll be there in a second, okay? I'm coming.
Yeah, we're almost ready to wrap this up anyway.
For sure.
So with that said, man, you have other things you have to do, and then we're plumb out of topics. Dipset versus the LOX. That should be a good one.
Yeah, that's gonna be lit.
Make sure your team is we're doing the summary right now. Make sure your team is good.
For sure.
And
make sure your teams are 100% intact.
And if you can get your shit done, pay now, play later. If you can get your shit done now, man, get it done. Yeah. With that said, man, good.
Nah, it's a great time to be alive, man.
Great time to be alive, man.
Get it done
absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, cheers to that one. So as always, there's gonna be more of you. I know, I'm hoping, but I know there's gonna be more of you on the Paul N Palz Podcast.
For sure.
But right now, take a moment and by all means plug everything you need to plug that's affiliated with Mr. Bevin.
Billionaire Bev _ Bev.com. All that good shit. And we'll everywhere, the Purple Tea Lounge, everywhere.
All right, man. Look forward to seeing it. Look forward to hearing you. Subscribe there if you're not. The links will be down there. I'm now doing videos only when I feel it's appropriate, and this one I feel it's appropriate. So the video will be on YouTube. All the links will be down there. Other than that, you can catch the show on all wherever podcasts are listened. And yeah, appreciate you, Bev. Thank you, man. Salute to you.
Salute, King.
All right. So for Mr. Bevin, I am Paul. This has been a Paul N Palz Podcast. Cheers to everybody. Appreciate you guys all around. Clayton, shout out to you. Thank you for that intro. You are now the new intro to the show. And that's it, man. So peace.
Bye.